Level 1. The new arrival. The iron door slams shut behind you with a sound that echoes in your chest. No one welcomes you. No one asks your name. Everyone evaluates you. You carry a plastic bag with cheap soap, a gray towel, and a prison uniform with a number longer than your birth date. The clock reads 3:17 p.m. This is the time of first calculations. The first rule in this place is simple. No one stays alone. If you stay alone, you will be eaten. You sit on the lower bunk in cell 214. The inmate above you does not look at you, but he knows everything about you within the first 10 minutes. He knows your neighborhood. He knows your color. He knows who you follow and who you should avoid. At 5:40, the first test arrives. A man with a neck full of tattoos stands in front of you. He does not raise his voice. He does not need to. Who are you with? The question is not about friendship. The question is about survival. You say the name you heard whispered in the yard. You do not know them, but you need them. He nods. The deal begins before you understand its terms. The first week costs you $60, paid from your commissary account. Protection in exchange for loyalty. No late debts, no problems without permission. Do not talk to the administration. You tell yourself you are just adapting, but on the first night, you hear someone screaming in the hallway and you do not move. Something inside you begins to go dark. Level 2, the soldier. You are no longer the new guy. Now you have a role. You sit at the same table every day, the same corner in the yard, the same eyes watching you. You are no longer afraid in the same way. Fear turns into alertness. Your first real task comes 23 days later. Deliver a message. Not a written message, a message understood through impact. An inmate from another block did not pay $120. You are not allowed to hesitate. Location, the bathroom at 7:05 a.m. The cameras have not worked there for years. You go in with 2 others, 3 quick strikes, a broken rib. You do not look into his eyes afterward. Someone pats your shoulder. Good job. The reward? Stronger protection, and 5% of any trade that passes through your table. You begin to understand the real currency here. Fear, reputation, silent commitment. You sleep lighter, eat faster, talk less. You convince yourself this is temporary, that you are not running anything, you are just executing orders. But when people move out of your way in the hallway, you like the feeling. Level 3, the enforcer. Now you are given a small smuggled phone, black, wrapped in plastic, hidden inside a ventilation opening behind the toilet. Its value, $3,000 inside this wall. Its real value, power. You take over coordination, a list of names, money transfers through relatives outside, shipments coming through a guard paid $800 a week. You do not just hit people anymore, you organize. Within 2 months, you manage a trade generating $18,000 every 30 days. Nothing is recorded in your name. Everything moves through layers. You learn a new rule. Never trust someone who needs you too much. You start testing people. You spread small rumors and watch who carries them. Betrayal here is not punished immediately. It is watched first. You grow colder. At night, you remember your first day here. You laugh internally. You thought violence was the most dangerous thing. No, information is. Level 4, the coordinator. Now you run an entire wing, 36 men, 12 cells, 3 guards. You know their weaknesses. Every Thursday, you meet in the corner of the yard near the northern wall. The meeting lasts 7 minutes, no more. Task distribution, conflict resolution, setting punishments. You do not touch anyone with your own hands anymore. Others do that for you. When an unauthorized fight happens, you call both men. You do not shout, you do not threaten. You simply ask, who gave you permission? Order matters more than anger. You understand that chaos brings the administration. Administration brings inspections. Inspections suffocate profits. The first time you order someone isolated from the table for 30 days, you feel something close to real power. Isolation here is worse than beating. Your identity changes. You are no longer just a prisoner trying to survive. You are part of the structure. But the higher you rise, the less you sleep, because now you are a target. Level 5, the decision maker. You are transferred to another prison, not punishment, an unofficial promotion. The place is bigger, more violent, profits doubled. Here you manage a network stretching across 3 units, about 110 men under your indirect influence. Meetings happen through intermediaries. Orders pass in coded messages. When $25,000 disappears within a week, everyone looks at you. The rule: weakness must not appear. You investigate quietly. You discover an old soldier skimming a small amount each time. You have known him since level 2. He ate with you, fought beside you. Now you must choose. Friendship is not currency here. You order him removed from the game. Not death, but a permanent break in his right knee. When you hear the bones crack from a distance, you do not move. You tell yourself the system comes before emotions, and that night you realize you no longer remember what your voice sounded like before it became this cold. Level 6, the leader. Now the administration knows your name. No direct evidence, but they know. You are summoned to the inspector's office at 9 a.m., a white room, a camera in the corner, a cup of coffee in front of him. He offers an indirect deal. We need calm in the South Wing. You understand. If violence stays under control, no surprise searches, no forced transfers, no visit restrictions. Now you manage balance between 2 worlds. The gang expects strength. The administration expects stability. You begin to feel you belong fully to neither side. Money reaches $60,000 a month through different channels. You have a clear share, but you cannot spend it here. Power here is not about shouting. It's about who cannot be touched. When you walk across the yard, silence follows you. You do not need to prove anything anymore. But the price: no friends, no complete trust. Even the guards speak to you carefully. You are at the middle summit, and that's the most dangerous place. Level 7, the shadow. You do not appear much anymore. Meetings happen without you. Orders move in your name. They say you control 40% of the goods flow in this prison. They say you have connections in 3 states. They say many things. You neither confirm nor deny. Most of the time, you sit and watch. You realize the greatest threat is not the administration, it's ambition. Young soldiers at level 2 look at you the way you once looked upward. You see yourself in them, and you hate that a little. When one of them plans to challenge you, you know before he moves. Information reaches you faster than his breath. You do not punish him immediately. You wait. You let him believe he has a chance. Then, in a single moment, he is transferred to another unit. No explanation. You do not raise your hand. You do not speak. People connect the events to your name on their own. Legends begin when you appear less, but at night, loneliness is heavy. You rule a network and trust no one inside it. Level 8, the architect. Time moves slower here. You no longer manage details. You design direction. Everything works without your direct presence. The system you built continues. Money exceeds $100,000 a month through channels that are hard to trace. Names are used instead of yours. New faces execute. You are closer to an idea than a person. When a small rebellion happens in one unit, you do not get angry. You do not move. You let the system correct itself. You understand the strongest power is the one that does not need to prove it exists. But the cost is clear now. No one approaches you casually. No one jokes with you. Even laughter around you is short and tense. You are almost untouchable, but also unreachable. You remember the first day, the lower bunk, the question, "Who are you with?" Now the question is never asked to you. You are the system.
And yet you know the truth no one says. This place does not create kings, it creates cycles. At 3:17 p.m., the iron door opens again. A young man walks in carrying a plastic bag. His eyes move quickly. He tries to look calm. Everyone evaluates him. He does not know the rules yet. He does not know the cost. He does not know how his voice will change inside him with every level. But he will learn, just like you did. The cycle never stops. Somewhere inside this wall, a new arrival chooses a name to belong to. He thinks he is just trying to survive. He doesn't know. He has already started climbing.